In today's video, I'm talking about performing cardio before you do strength training. And basically, why the hell would you do that? I'm going to talk about it today. Yo, what's up, party people? You are rocking with your boy, Frank Daniels. Today we are talking performing cardio before resistance training. I'm going to explain to you exactly why this could be a mistake. Before I do that, I want to offer you my free core training report, 9 of my best tips on how you can develop a rock-solid midsection. You can download that by clicking this button right here. Mobile device users, I've placed it in the first link in the description. Now, let's talk cardio before resistance training and this phenomena that I see when I walk in the gym and I'm literally watching dudes get on cardio equipment and be up there for 30, 45, 60 minutes before beginning to do their resistance training. And I'm going to tell you why this is an ass backwards approach, and it's literally like cutting off your nose to spite your face. To spite your face. To spite your face. You understand what I'm saying? It's the wrong way to do things. Okay? And the reason it's the wrong way to do things is because of the way energy systems kick into play when you begin to train. So there's 3 main energy systems that the body uses when it comes to training. So the first 2 systems are what we call anaerobic. So that's where most of your strength training and your explosive work is done. So the first system in particular goes about 8 to 10 seconds. I have energy to really do something that is a full out intensity. So that's typically things like sprinting, jumping, explosive Olympic lifts, explosive movements, power movements in general. And then I gotta rest in order to be able to maintain that. The next system kicks in, and once again, it's the anaerobic system. It's somewhere between that 10 to 15 second range up to about 30, 60 to 90 seconds. If I'm keeping a higher intensity up past 90 seconds, one of 2 things are going to happen. My intensity's got to drop, or I'm just going to have to quit because that's where that lactic acid starts to build up. So once again, those are your anaerobic systems. The third system is the aerobic system. So once I get past that 2-minute point and I'm able to kind of maintain a consistent effort, now I'm in the aerobic system, which is the most expansive. And what that means is it has the greatest ability to be able to improve. But the big key here is, in order to get to the aerobic system, these first 2 systems have still kicked on. So you'll notice that, and especially if you go and you're like jogging, if you go out to do a really like hard run and you start like come hard out the gate, you'll notice that your heart rate increases so fast. And after a certain point, it'll like start to taper back. And that's what's happening. It's because your first 2 systems kicked on in order for you to get to aerobics. So even though you're doing aerobics, these 2 systems here are still working. So the big point here is you're draining energy by doing aerobics that you could be using for your resistance training. So you want to flip-flop the order. Resistance training first, aerobics last. And that's the real big point here, guys. If you're doing aerobics or you're performing cardio, one, you may just want to taper it back, especially if you're trying to conserve your muscle mass. You don't want to overdo it, but doing it before your resistance training is really doing things backwards. So once again, you got to understand how the energy systems work and understand when you're in aerobics, you're burning the first 2 off. You're not burning all of it, but you're burning some of it that you could be using to maximize your ability to push heavier weights and be faster, be more explosive on a consistent basis. So again, in the order of operation, when it comes to structuring a training session, you want to do things that are more explosive and require really fast, aggressive energy first. Things like jumping, things like sprinting, things like power exercises like Olympic lifts. Then we go into our resistance training, and as we're resistance training, we're kind of flip-flopping back in between various exercises. We're certainly going to kind of go into that next energy system. And then if you so choose and you want to do aerobics, do it at the end. Just understand that if you jump right into aerobics, you're burning up energy that you could be using more effectively to push heavier weights, lift things up, pick things up and put them down and get the most out of that. That's really what you want to do. You want to get the most out of that, and then if you choose to do aerobics, you can do it last. But don't gas it out early, because it's going to affect your resistance training. Even if you don't feel that it is, it certainly will. Your best bet in order to continue to get them gains is to maximize your resistance training and your explosive movements. So I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about and why that would be a backwards approach. We want to flip-flop that, just kind of switch it around, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more tips on how to develop a rock solid midsection. I've got a free core training report, my 9 best tips on how you can do exactly that. Click this link right here. Mobile device users, head down below, click the first link in the description. Guys, head down below, like, leave a comment, tell me exactly what you want to see next, and of course, subscribe to this channel right here. My name is Frank Daniels. Enjoy your day, guys. You be messing with the games. My thoughts and opinions, not really thoughts, it's science, baby. This is fucking how it is. High intensity intensity. So there's graph here, right? So at the bottom, when you first, my graph didn't work.